in between Good Friday, which actually wasn't that really good, and Easter Sunday. So I just kind of thought, well, I'll give this a little bit of a test. This is a multi-platform function called Restream, which is going out via Instagram and Facebook and Twitter. So I have no idea if it's actually working properly. It would be great if people could maybe comment or so I can see whether you're actually able to view this or not. But I just kind of thought, okay, it's Easter Saturday and people are probably thinking, well, you know, I've got Easter buns and I've got Easter eggs, so I've got chocolate and all those kinds of things. What kind of wine am I going to match to it? And, you know, if there's one thing I can do, let's match wine to stuff. I'm not that good of a domestic goddess, so, okay. Mr. Lorcan went to the supermarket. He bought some normal hot cross buns and some slightly snazzy hot cross buns. So we've got these ones, which are your traditional sultana and raisin and baking spices. And then we've got these ones, which are apple and brioche. Well, brioche, apple, and cinnamon. So I thought they were a tad fancy. I did have an Easter egg. Well, it wasn't actually an Easter egg. It was an Easter bunny chocolate thing, but my daughter came in and took it away. So, yeah. In terms of matching your wines to Easter buns, I thought, okay, well, there's a couple of things to think about. So for your traditional Easter bun, right, loads of sultanas, loads of baking spices, lots of stuff going on there. I thought we'd do Pinot Gris. So this is the one that I'm loving at the moment. Oh, sorry. It's the Black & Brook Nelson Pinot Gris, right, 2019. I love it because it's got apple and nashi and quince and all those sort of gorgeous things. But it's got a little bit of nutmeg in it, which makes it perfect for your classic hot cross bun. Now, the new hot cross bun, which you can see I've taken a couple of bites out of it, and literally there were 6 in the packet, and as soon as they walked in the door, I ate 2. But it smells so beautiful. Apple, citrus. What I'm going to match it with is this gorgeous little Viognier from Brookfields. And it's a barrique fermented Viognier. Rich, lovely, spicy, but you get, hold on, let me just do this correctly. I'll pour it into a glass. The thing that I love about Viognier, and it is Viognier, not Viognier, it is just so aromatic. You get like jasmine, citrus oil, orange blossom, all sorts of cool stuff. And it's just awesome. And so you pair it with your brioche apple and cinnamon bun. Oh my God, amazing. Yum. Now, I mean, there's no elegant way to kind of do this, but if you're going to go chocolate and wine, and a lot of people think chocolate and wine doesn't mix, it so does. You just got to get the right combo. My favorite thing, she says swallowing, is sparkling Shiraz with dark chocolate or milk chocolate of any description, whether it's an Easter egg, whether it's a crunchy bar, I don't care, but it's awesome. Now, I don't actually have any sparkling Shiraz in my office / cellar at the moment, but I'm going to go down to the shops later on, or maybe ask Mr. Lorcan to go and do that. Sparkling Shiraz, it's an Australian thing, but I think in New Zealand we're kind of getting our heads around it. It's my favourite thing. However, I do have the normal Shiraz. This is one that I love. It's Curry Hill, Clear Valley Shiraz. This is from 2015, so I've had it Had a few bottles in the cellar for a little while. And the reason I love Shiraz with chocolate of any description is because you get this gorgeous kind of, black currant and plum and pepper and spice, and it's those sweet spices that work really, really well with chocolate. Like I said, I did have a massive big Easter bunny chocolate thing here, but my 20-year-old daughter, who's in lockdown with us at the moment, came and took it away. So I think the reason that Shiraz goes well with chocolate is that it just kind of cuddles the chocolate. I don't know how. Maybe it's just its ripeness, its gorgeousness. But there's a great sparkling Shiraz that I buy from the supermarket all the time. It's the Wyndham Bin 555 Shiraz. I think it's like about $16, and I love it. It works incredibly well with anything chocolatey. But hey, if you don't have Shiraz, sparkling Shiraz, or Viognier, which, by the way, goes incredibly well with white chocolate. Now, because you're either a white chocolate person or a kind of milk dark chocolate person, white chocolate is a bit of a misnomer because it's not actually chocolate. It's cocoa fat that's been kind of coloured up and made to look lovely. But while that sounds gross, it tastes pretty amazing. So I'm not that worried about it. So white chocolate actually works really, really well with Viognier. You know, like I was saying before, Brookfields, Hawke's Bay, Viognier. Barrique fermented. And I know it says Barrique, but that's just a fancy name for barrel. Because Viognier has fatness, right? And the white chocolate has fatness, and I really love that. But if you're not someone that is thinking about matching wine to hot cross buns, or matching wine to chocolate, or even just matching wine full stop, you know, you're just kind of thinking about, okay, who's going to bath the kids while I try and fashion something for dinner? Who's going to vacuum all the dog hair off the couches? Who's going to feed the animals? Who's going to take me for a walk? You know, who's going to go over spelling, you know, with the kids? I don't know. But it's Easter, and we're all in this together. I'm here in Hastings, Hawke's Bay, New Zealand. I had no idea where you were. But a time where we all just kind of go, yay, and wave at each other from our front doors, breathe in the fresh air, and nod and think we'll get through this. All right, guys, here's me and my sparkling wine to celebrate everything that you're doing, to celebrate that you're alive and that you're watching this, and that we're in this unique together. And I'm with you, and I love you heaps. All right, guys. See you later. The fuck? The fuck? paella, biogna. So get yourself some of that. But if you're really stuck and you just don't know what to have this Easter, whether you've got hot cross buns or chocolate or just a ropey old toasted sandwich, I don't know, maybe grab yourself a nice little bubbles because we've got stuff to celebrate. The lockdown, we're in our homes, but we're okay. Things are gonna get better. So cheers everyone, have a wonderful Easter from myself, my mates at Wine Friend, my mates at Dish Magazine, my mates at the Herald, my mates everywhere, and all of the Lorcan family. Cheers. Bye. Oh, hello. Yvonne Lorcan here, Chief Tasting Officer for winefriend.co.nz, and wine editor for Dish Magazine, and wine writer for pretty much everyone that will have me. And it's Saturday afternoon here in Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, which is where I live, and I thought it would be kind of fun to do a little bit of a wine tasting. And well, I don't know whether it's a wine tasting or whatever, just kind of see where everyone's at. It's kind of weird. Like my house is full of hot cross buns and Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff, and not because I've been making them. Like I haven't. Like literally, my husband went and bought 2 kinds of hot cross buns. Normal old store-bought ones, sultanas, currants, all that kind of stuff. But bless him, he also bought these little nuggets. They're awesome. They are brioche, apple, and cinnamon buns. And I thought, I'm going to match those with some wines. And I know you're all probably thinking, well, Yvonne, you know, you're in lockdown. So why aren't you making your own? And the simple fact is I'm probably not that good at making my own hot cross buns. And I've got other things to do. You know, I've got teenagers to look after. I've got gardening to do. I've got work to do. So I thought, anyway, with your bog standard hot cross bun, there's going to be a ton of grown-ups out there going, right, well, I've got hot cross buns, Easter eggs in my house. What I'm going to match them with? Bog standard hot cross bun. Oh, hi everyone. I'm thinking Pinot Gris, and one that I'm loving at the moment is this one here, Black & Brook Nelson Pinot Gris. Sorry if the lighting's not that great, but these guys are brilliant, and their Pinot Gris has like nashi, apple, pear, loads of baking spices. And I'll tell you what, I'll just pour this into my spittoon and I'll pour a little glass. What I love about the Black & Brook Pinot Gris is that it smells like there's a nutmeg note in there, which I love. And that's just, it's so good with hot cross buns, which is great. Yum. I mean, Easter, you're pretty buggered, you know, if you're on Atkins or keto or one of those things. Hello. I'd love to address you all by name, the ones that are joining, but you all have these funny sort of coded names, and but it's so lovely to see you. It really is. So no, Pinot Gris with your traditional Easter bun. Now, the snazzy ones that my husband bought me, these brioche apple buns. Oh my God. Yes, they're a tad flash. Yes, they're not traditional, but big whoop, I would rather eat something like this than, something that has chocolate chips in it or whatever. Yuck. Anyway, so what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to pair that with Viognier. I'm really hoping you can see that. So this is a Hawke's Bay Viognier by an amazing company called Brookfields. It's barrique fermented, which is just a snazzy way of saying barrel fermented. But Viognier, and it's Viognier, not Viognier, as I've heard many people say. Viognier sits between the kind of spiciness of Pinot Gris and the lusciousness of a Chardonnay. Oh my gosh, it's amazing. I'm just going to pour a tiny little bit, a splishy splash, which is a technical term, into this glass. And we're going to, oh my God, smell it, with this apple brioche bun. You get in the wine citrus oil, jasmine, orange blossom, crazy, wacky, gorgeous, rich, toasty tones. Love it. So right. So lovely. Amazing. With my new snazzy, gorgeous Easter buns. So, hello. Do I need to turn my phone around? I'm seeing myself in landscape, but I'm seeing everything else in portrait. So please tell me, do I need to turn my camera around the other way? Or is everything okay? So comment, let me know. And let me know where you're from. I'm really keen to find out whether you are a Kiwi, whether you are from any other part of the world. How's your lockdown going? Yeah, it'd be nice to find out. So, chocolate. Now that's the other thing. I know so many people's houses are going to be awash with chocolate this weekend. My daughter, who is 20, has just come and taken away the Easter Bunny chocolate thing that I just had that I was going to use to explain this to you. But my favorite chocolate and wine match, and they do actually work really well together. So chocolate and wine, I know a lot of people go yuck, but they work really well. My favorite chocolate and wine match is actually sparkling Shiraz with milk chocolate or dark chocolate. Now that's an Australian thing. I'm from New Zealand, and New Zealanders haven't really, well, no, I shouldn't say haven't really. It's taking a little while for us to get on the sparkling Shiraz bandwagon. But I love sparkling Shiraz with anything chocolatey. It just works so well. It is gorgeous, and it's sexy, and it's spicy, and it's fantastic. Now, I don't have any sparkling Shiraz, but I do have a, it's terrible that I don't have any sparkling Shiraz. I'm going to have to send myself down to the shops soon. Sorry about that. But I do have some normal Shiraz, and this one is from Curry Hill in the Clear Valley. Sorry if the mirroring function isn't working very well. But, oh my goodness, you get that gorgeous black currant and sweet spices and dark cocoa character. Yum! And it just fills your mouth with this kind of woolly, warm, comforting cocoa-ness. And it's brilliant with anything chocolatey. It seriously is. So while normal Shiraz is fine and it's okay and it's going to do the job, sparkling Shiraz is brilliant. And my favourite sparkling Shiraz you can actually buy at supermarkets everywhere. It's the Wyndham Bin 555. I think it's about $16. It's like ridiculously cheap, and it's so nice. That's what I love with my milk chocolate and dark chocolate. But if you are a white chocolate person, hands up, anyone that's white chocolate, white well, the word chocolate's a bit of a misnomer because it's really not chocolate at all. White chocolate is just cocoa fat, which doesn't sound very flash, but it's kind of tizzied up. It's given a bit of colour. It's made to look a little bit slinky and lovely, and I love it. But I actually really, really love white chocolate with my old favourite, Viognier. And I'm not quite sure why, but it works. And I think it's because Viognier has fatness, robustness. It has this kind of luxurious, I'm just going to linger on the palate for as long as you want me to kind of character. And I really like that with white chocolate. But if you don't want to match hot cross buns to wine, if you don't want to match chocolate to wine, totally fine. I think we should all just relax and maybe pour ourselves a sparkling wine to celebrate the fact that, yes, things are weird, very weird, but we're in our homes, and we're with our partners, we're with our flatmates, we're with our kids, we're with our pets, and we're okay, no matter where you are in the world. And I think we should say cheers to that. And we're going to get through this. Things are going to be okay. So from here, from the house of Yvonne Morgan in Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, to everyone out there, I really wish you well. And happy Easter and happy lockdown. All right, guys. See ya. My house is full of buns and Easter eggs and all that kind of stuff, and not because I've been making them, like I haven't, like literally, my husband went and bought 2 kinds of hot cross buns, normal old store-bought ones, sultanas, currants, all that kind of stuff. But bless him, he also bought these little nuggets. They're awesome. They are brioche apple and cinnamon buns. And I thought, I'm going to match those with some wines. And I know Right, so I realised that I probably cut that last broadcast off a little bit too early. And so I thought, well, hey, it's Easter and it could be kind of interesting to, I don't know, just talk about what everyone's going through, what everyone's tasting. Um, it's a Saturday. I didn't put anything online yesterday because, it's Good Friday, even though it's not actually that good. Oh, hello. So a few people, first time on Periscope. Actually, this is my it's my second time on Periscope, and I'm not that good at it, so I'm really apologizing for the crappy production values in this video. But yeah, I'm a wine writer from New Zealand. My name is Yvonne Lorcan. I'm the wine editor for Dish Magazine, the New Zealand Herald, and also I'm the Chief Tasting Officer for winefriend.co.nz, which is uniquely the only personalised wine subscription service in this part of the world. New Zealand, well, the Antipodes. So, hey, look, if you have any questions about what it's like to have a job like mine, or just throw stuff at me. What are things like in your part of the world? What's actually happening, with you at the moment? I mean, I'm in my room. I'm going to be honest with you. This is not my normal office. I'm in a corner of my bedroom. I live on. Yeah, of course you can join. I'm only here because, literally, it's the best lighting. My husband has taken over my wine office, which is outside, attached to the shed. My children, I have 2 children. They are. They've taken over every flat surface in the house. Because they have to study and do work. Oh, I can hear other people's voices in this. I'm not sure if that's normal or not. That sounds weird. I'm just going to turn that off. Sorry. So yeah, I just thought, well, I'll leave this open and see if you have any questions about what it's like to, be a wine writer and what it's like in terms of choosing a wine that's going to be awesome. So WineFriend is a personalised wine subscription service, and what we do is we choose wines for people based on their palate profile, and we ask 8 very simple questions online, and your answers to those questions actually give me a really good handle on your thresholds for sweetness, bitterness, stylistic requirements, and yeah. And so what I do is I put together, 6 wines for you, and I send them, and then I chew all my fingernails to the bone, hoping that you're going to enjoy them, and I wait for your feedback, and you can post your feedback in your private account, and that helps us choose wine for you the next month or the next month and going forward. So we kind of go on this refining sort of journey so that eventually you don't get any wines that are stylistically not wines that you want, only wines that you want. So yeah, that's kind of interesting. So I know that there's 3. Hi, Seal. Oh, hello. Nice to see you. Hi, Micaiah. Lovely. Sorry about me pressing the screen. But yeah, so it's Saturday afternoon. Sun's shining here. I live in Hawke's Bay. I'm very lucky. Okay, so what am I drinking at the moment? Well, I tell you what, I'm loving this Viognier from Brookfields. So Brookfields is a Hawke's Bay vineyard. It's barrique fermented. Now, barrique is just a snazzy word for barrel. So it's a 225 litre oak vessel, which is a barrel. And this wine has been fermented and matured in those barriques. So you're going to get this lovely kind of rich toasty note with the wines, which I really love. The other wine, which I thought was really awesome, that went perfectly with your bog standard sultana and baking spices hot cross buns, was the beautiful Blakenbrook Nelson Pinot Gris 2019. About $22 a bottle. Love this. So nice. Apple, pear, quince, spice. Gorgeous. Really love that. And it works really well with hot cross buns. Or actually, hey, if you're going to make yourself anything spicy, anything kind of interesting, then over this Easter weekend, then this is the wine for you. People have been asking me, Yvonne, what do you pair with chocolate? It's Easter. We're all eating Easter eggs. And, my favourite thing to pair with chocolate is sparkling Shiraz. That's my favourite thing. But I don't have any in my house at the moment. So I thought, okay, I'm going to just pour a normal Shiraz, and that's fine. So the one that I've poured is the Kerry Hill Clare Valley Shiraz 2015. So I've been holding on to this for a little while, and it is so nice. This is really, really nice. And I'm just going to pour a little bit. The reason that Shiraz, normally sparkling Shiraz, goes so well with chocolate is because, oh my goodness, it just has this incredible, like, black currant, plum, spice, and, just berries, berries for Africa in the glass. And it just kind of, if you had a mouthful of chocolate, and I wish I did, but my teenage daughter has just taken away, mouthful of chocolate, Shiraz, oh my goodness. It's amazing. It's one of the best things in life. So yeah. Any questions, anything? Like, I'm seeing all these comments, well, not comments, but people coming out saying, oh, join, and your names are just a bunch of numbers, and so I'm kind of thinking, where are you from? So if someone can actually ask me a question, that would be great. Could be anything. I mean, we're all, here I am in New Zealand, we're in lockdown. Can't even remember what day it is. I've got a 20-year-old daughter and a 17-year-old son at home. Thankfully, my husband he's still working, but he's in an industry that's quite precarious. So, yeah, things are a bit tricky, We're kind of thinking, what's going to happen with our budget? What's going to happen with our mortgage? I'm thinking, what's going to happen with my jobs? It's crazy. So, anyway, I thought, well, it's the weekend. Let's taste some wine. Just to give you a bit of a little bit of an insight, that Shiraz that I tasted a few seconds ago from Kerry Hill, this one, I can still taste that. It's awesome. And that's something that I'm always trying to communicate with people, is that length of flavour. So many wines that we drink are like, yeah, they look great. You go, oh, that's a nice looking wine. Yeah, it looks sexy. Smells good. Tastes great. Then it's gone. You're like, oh, better keep drinking it. And that's not good, because nothing good will end up from you constantly sipping. So for when I'm judging a wine, when I'm judging how much power and presence it has, I'm always thinking about how long can I taste that wine for after I've swallowed. And the Kerry Hill, fantastic. Now, a little bit of a tease. Hi, Yarrison, how are you? If you're not remotely interested in matching your wines to hot cross buns or anything like that, which I totally get, that's all good. If you're just thinking, hey, here I am, it's Easter weekend, I'm in lockdown, I just want to celebrate the fact that I'm alive and my family are good, everything is fine. Let's just have a sparkling wine. Now, the one that I have at the moment is the Wild Song, and I'm really sorry if the mirroring hasn't really come across very well. It's from Tiawonga Estate, from my friend Rod McDonald, who is like a winemaking consultant to the stars. Now, it's a sparkling Sauvignon Blanc, which is not usually something that I go wow over. I'm a bit about sparkling Sauvignon Blanc, but this one is great. And it's because it's been made with Hawke's Bay sparkling Sauvignon Blanc. Well, Hawke's Bay Sauvignon Blanc, so it's riper, it's richer, it's gorgeous. And you get this, I don't know if you can see it, but see how tiny the bubbles are? Can you see them? How cool. Tiny. And they're all coming from little nucleation points, which are tiny imperfections in the inside of the glass. So if the glass was perfect, if there were no scratches or smudges or anything inside the glass, then there wouldn't be any bubbles. So there's obviously a couple little nucleation points, and sometimes glassware manufacturers will make a couple of scratches in the bottom of the glass just so that when you pour the sparkling wine in, it will send the little necklaces of bubbles to the top. This one doesn't really, it's got a bunch of them, which is kind of cool. So this is sparkling Sauvignon Blanc, and it's one that I actually really like. It is yummy. It's so good. It's like sparkling pineapple and lemongrass and passion fruit. Super good. So yeah. So I'm seeing all sorts of people joining, but no one asking kind of questions or anything. So I have no idea whether this is actually working. Anyone from New Zealand that wants to say hello? Anyone that wants to talk? It would be great to kind of see you. Oh, hi, Mustafa. How are you? Can you hear me? This is weird. Oh, you can hear me laugh. Okay. Have you got a question? And it has to be wholesome. Okay, no question. That's all right. We'll just turn you off there. All right. That's all good. Okay, people. Well, we are getting too late in the afternoon on Saturday of Easter, and it's been nice talking to you. Any questions you have, I'm going to love to do this again, maybe tomorrow or the next day. Take care. Love your kids. Don't feel any kind of, all the pressure from social media to bake freaking sourdough, to be the legend homeschoolers. I mean, just don't even worry about it. Just be your own self. Just get by as well as you can and get lots of sleep. Get as much sleep as you can. All right, guys. Love you heaps. See ya.